This is Sudden Impact. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact. In today's news, I discuss TNA looking for a bigger distribution deal, TNA Knockouts announced for Bloodsport 12, and Steph De Lander provides an update on recent WWE releases. An update from Thursday night's Impact, and the main event for the Turning Point event has been set. So without further ado, let's get started. But first, are you enjoying this video? Want to see more? Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Ring the bell for notifications on upcoming videos. So go ahead and do it. It's free and it helps me to continue making more of these videos that bring you the news from TNA Wrestling. To our first story. So on the latest episode of the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast, Hardy mentioned that TNA were still looking for a bigger network to air Impact and other TNA programming. This has been mentioned several times this last year by sources in TNA. I did also make a video earlier this year discussing some of the potential options available that TNA should explore. So that video included discussions about the on-demand services that could also show their TNA's catalog of programs throughout the company's history. So click the link that is appearing now to watch the video, and let me know in the comments which network you would like to see TNA on for their distribution deal. So on Tuesday, it was announced that TNA Knockouts champion Masha Slamovich would go one-on-one with recently signed knockout Lei Ying Li, formerly known as WWE's Xia Li, at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 12. Also scheduled for the show is MVP versus Josh Barnett, as well as action featuring Josh Alexander, Speedball Mike Bailey, Matt Makowski, Kevin Koo, and Dominic Guarini. So catch Bloodsport 12 airing on November 24th from Jersey City on Triller TV as part of the Triller TV Plus subscription. During a recent appearance on the commentary booth live via satellite, Steph De Lander talked about there being a spot for TNA, in TNA for recently released WWE wrestler Indy Hartwell. So De Lander would go on to say, I think as a talent you can really work hard, but sometimes if you're not in a position to succeed, you will not succeed. I was in that position with NXT. I think Indy has felt that way in certain scenarios when she's not being featured on TV or whatever else. Almost every wrestler can relate to a period in their career where they've felt like that. It can be a helpless feeling, not having any sort of control on that front. But on the other side, De Lander would continue, when you look at it, so much can change in such a short period of time. If a company does believe in you, if a person does believe in you, you can pitch. But if it's always falling on deaf ears, it's like, how much can you spin that wheel? So TNA is great for that. And yeah, if Indy wanted to do that, I'm sure there would be a place for her there. But I guess we'll see what happens over the next couple of months. Now, Indy Hartwell isn't an interesting wrestler that I would like to see make her way to TNA, as well as some of the other recent WWE releases like Baron Corbin as well. On last night's episode of TNA Impact, a massive spoiler with a match that you have to go and check out. I won't give it away, but watch last night's episode of Impact, especially paying attention to Moose and Mike Bailey's match, because it was awesome, as well as the other matches that were were scheduled for last night's episode. Just go and check all of those ones out. You won't be disappointed. And finally, the main event for Turning Point on November 29th, emanating from North Carolina, has been decided. So, with Eddie Edwards to challenge Nick Nemeth for the TNA World Championship. So, this comes after Eddie Edwards actually pinned Nick Nemeth in a match recently. So more matches are set to be announced for the Turning Point pay-per-view or event, which is streaming live on November 29th on the TNA Plus app. Can Nick Nemeth remain the TNA World Champion, or will Eddie Edwards become World Champion for the third time in his career? Find out on November 29. So that's all for this episode. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below. And until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.